Tag Tuesday, and today we have a couplet between dumbbell push press and sit-throughs with the set rep scheme. But we're going to be performing that couplet within a 15-minute running clock. Once you finish that, more or less for time, then we're going to AMRAP two separate movements. So we're going to do 21 dumbbell push press, then move on to 42 sit-throughs. All right, each side is a rep, so obviously alternating side to side. Then 15 dumbbell push press, 30 sit-throughs, 9 push press, 18 sit-throughs. Once you finish that, you're going directly into an AMRAP of 8 dumbbell glute bridges and 16 plank marches. All right, so let's say you finish the set rep scheme within 10 minutes. You have a 5-minute AMRAP to finish up that first part. So there's no break in that top part. We're going right from those assigned reps to the AMRAP for the remaining time. Not everyone's gonna have the same amount of time. It's just once you finish that last sit through, if you need a quick little sip of water, but then we're jumping in to the glute bridges and plank marches. Then after 15 minutes is up, we'll take a little break. We'll do an 11-minute AMRAP, a lot of core work, 10 sit-ups, 10 single leg RDLs. Here, you guys have a choice. You can either do all 10 on the right, switch when you get back to it next round, or you can alternate. However, with the single leg RDL, a big component of it is balance and coordination. So if you guys are kind of rocking side to side, or you have something that's super light and you're kind of just bending over from side to side, slow it down, make sure you're doing it properly, and we'll talk about a few key points, rather than going for speed here. And then the last one, 20 hollow rocks, all right? Nice slow rocks forward and back. But again, there's no rest in a hollow rock. Our shoulders and feet are always off the ground, all right? If you need to take a complete rest, that's fine, but don't make each rep resting when you're touching the ground. So to start, dumbbell push press. If you have 2 dumbbells, 2 kettlebells, any 2 objects around the house that's weigh the same weight, that's great. Try to do both hands at once. If you only have 1 dumbbell, let's try to just double up the reps. Go 21 on the right, 21 on the left. That is going to take a little longer, but at least both sides are getting the work they would have done had you had 2 dumbbells. For the push press, we're going to have that nice good front rack position. Make sure to dip, drive, and press, and there's no re-dip underneath the dumbbells. So just dip, drive, press, right back to the shoulders. All right, for all 21 reps. Then the sit-throughs. We've been doing these on the weekends. I know you guys have seen them in the Brazen Battles. So all it's gonna be, we're gonna be in a plank position. And then we're gonna kick 1 foot out to the side and then support ourselves with that same side arm. So whatever foot is kicking, that arm is supporting itself. You're gonna bring it back to that plank position, support on the left, kick the left through. All right, so like I mentioned, each rep side to side is gonna be a rep. Then after you finish those, the last 18 sit-throughs, we have 8 dumbbell glute bridges. So we're gonna lay down on the ground, feet flat on the ground, thinking about driving through the heel, weight on our hips, squeeze up, nice big hold at the top, and slowly go down. All right, whatever weight you guys can load up on top of your hips for those bridges. And then that's gonna be AMRAPed with plank marches for 16 reps. And again, that's when we're nice and low in this plank position. Reach, come back, reach, come back, without letting those hips rock side to side. Then the 11-minute AMRAP, 10 Supermans, 10 single leg RDLs, 20 hollow rocks, really taxing the front and back of the core with the Superman and hollow rocks. They both look like this. Superman face down. Try to keep your head as close to the ground as possible, just lifting up with the shoulders, and get those feet up off the ground. Okay, for the hollow rocks, we'll flip over. We want that low back. So we want to take that arch out of our back, almost start to do a little bit of a crunch. Shoulders stay off the ground. Arms, I'd rather you guys be a little higher up then all the way overhead, because a lot of times we have a habit of touching the ground. So we're gonna do a little bit of a sit-up, arms up, feet out, and rock. All right, we should never lose that little bit of a crunch where we kind of come into this extension of the low back. We always want everything nice and tight. And then the last thing, single leg RDLs. Like I said, especially if we don't have a heavy weight, a lot of times people kind of just round and stand. So don't go super fast. Make sure you're gonna stand nice and tall. Whichever hand is holding the dumbbell, that leg is gonna lift into the air. What you have to remember is the further your chest goes down, the higher that leg has to go. All right, so at no point should your leg stop and you continue to bend forward. All right, that hip and shoulders should move as one steady piece. Go as low as you can, and then all the way up before that foot goes down. Like I said, maybe slow things down. Do 5 reps on your right, 5 reps on your left, rather than alternating so you really feel each side working. Or stick with all 10, and when you come back to it, just make sure you switch sides. All right, guys, have fun. Good luck with this workout.